What is going on, guys? I apologize for the sound of my voice today. I am starting to get a little bit sick, but I really wanted to come on here and talk a little bit because I'm super hyped. We are about to reach 3,000 subscribers, and it was only a little over a year ago that I was celebrating 1,000 subscribers with you guys, and now there are so many more of you beautiful people out there, so I want to thank each and every one of you, and I want to do something really fun and cool, so I think I'm going to be doing a special live stream, and I want you guys to ask me some questions, and I want to do a little bit of an Ask Me Anything kind of deal. So in the comments section of this video, I want you to think of a question that you've wanted to ask me. You know, it could be related to anything: comics, music, video games, anything really. Just try to keep it PG-13. You know, you can get a little spicy, but not too spicy. You know, we want to keep the video on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing it sometime next week when I'm feeling a little bit better, so it gives you a little bit of time to think up a question. So if you don't know what you want to ask yet, give it a little bit of time, and don't worry, I will let you guys know when that stream is going to be. But while I'm here filming a video, I'm going to show some comic books. I have some stuff that I picked up over the last, couple weeks that I just never got around to showing on the channel. Like, some new Comic Day books, and just some other fun, random things. So one day I went to Queen City Bookstore, and normally there's some new stuff that he lets me go through. This day there was only one short box, and I did film it, but I didn't wind up making a video because it was only one short box, and it was good stuff. And it just occurred to me that I didn't show any of these books on the channel yet, so have a few really cool books I got from that short box, and then some new Comic Day books. So first off, I picked up Detective Comics 471, and this was not from that short box. I think this was actually in the $5 section. And if you don't know what this book is, this is the first appearance of Hugo Strange since the Golden Age. So Hugo Strange, and a lot of the darker characters from DC weren't really allowed to be used in the Silver Age, and so he didn't make an appearance until the Bronze Age. So, pretty neat there. And I really like that cover. That's a cool one. So, yeah, I was happy to get this key book in my Batman collection for a good value. And then these next couple were from that short box, and honestly, I don't remember what I paid for it, but it definitely wasn't much. First off, we have Batman Black and White, and this is a really awesome book. This is the first volume from 1991. It has an awesome Jim Lee cover, and as you can probably tell by the title, this is an anthology book, and all of the issues are in black and white, and they each have a different creative team, so it's a very different style from story to story. And this one in particular has some very memorable ones. The first one is where Batman is kind of visiting a dead body at the morgue and kind of analyzing this deceased woman and using his detective skills to figure out what happened to her, and kind of just mourning the life of a woman that he never knew. And to me, that feels like a very Batman story. Really speaks to the empathy of his character. And that's what I really love about stuff like this, is that you can really do a lot with Batman without a lot of dialogue, without a lot of action, and still have it be a really good story. And then you flip over to the second story, which is also really memorable. It has art by Bruce Timm, and it's a Two-Face story where he's dating this pair of twins. Things don't exactly go great, but if you haven't checked out the Batman Black and White series, I'd highly recommend it. I think there have been 3 volumes, and you can get them all in hardcovers. They occasionally do bring Batman Black and White back. For a little while, they were printing one black and white story in the Brave and the Bold comic from a couple years ago, And I'm sure, no doubt, it'll come back. There's also an animated movie based on this called Gotham Knights, I think. That one was really good too. So, Batman Black and White, and of course they also had the line of statues. So, yeah. A lot of cool stuff came out of that. And then next up, this one is really cool. This is a Silver Age book that's in very rough shape, but you guys know I do not mind that one bit. I had to pick this up. Creeper #2. I almost never see Creeper books. So yeah, that's my first Creeper book. And then we're getting into some of the recent New Comic Day stuff. So we have DCKO #3. So I've made some videos talking about the DCKO story, and overwhelmingly I've been enjoying it, but this issue kind of made some moves that I was kind of worried that they were gonna make, and I'm not necessarily sure how I feel about it, but I do want to continue and read issue #4 before really making my decision on the story as a whole. That's why I didn't make a video and talk about this one, because I really don't want to jump the gun. I want to see it through to the end and kind of see where they're going with it. I don't want to spoil things, but there's definitely something I was a little worried about, a direction that I was really worried they're going to take, and it looks like they are taking it, and that's a shame, but, you know, again, like I said, I'm not going to jump the gun, wait it out for issue #4, and yeah, no spoilers. I just wanted to talk about this stuff. And then we have the Dan Mora variant, and I really like this one. I'm not sure how well you can tell on camera, but all the characters are done in this, like, pixel art style to look like a video game, and you have the character select screen. I really like that one, so yeah, I had to get that. Then another DCKO tie-in. This is Aquaman #12, I believe. 13. 12 was the fight issue. Okay. And then this is a Nathan Zerdy cover, and I really, really like this. The use of blues and blacks, and just really kind of creepy looking, you know? A little different than what Zerdy normally does, so I like that one. And then Batman #5. I really like this series. People seem to be kind of mixed on this series so far. I'm hearing a lot of praise, and I'm also hearing people that are unsure, and it seems like the people that are unsure maybe read like 1 or 2 issues. I think you really have to kind of wait it out till issue 4 to decide if you're really going to like this, and so far I am at issue #5. So yeah, Batman #5, Matt Fraction with Jorge Jimenez. Alright, and then we have a little bit of Absolute Batman. We have the Arkham special, and also have a variant cover. I think this is cover C. And yeah, I thought that this story was really good. It was very dark, and some people were kind of put off by how dark it was, but I mean, I like the Absolute Universe for what it is. What more is there really to say about Absolute Batman at this point? I think most people have their mind made up if they like it or not, and I enjoy it, so got 2 covers of that. Then we have Night Fight #3, another KO tie-in where Batman is off fighting different versions of himself. He just fought Red Hood Batman in this issue, as you can see by the cover. It's okay. And these next 2 are books that I still have to read. We have Batman, Green Arrow, and The Question, Arcadia. This is issue #2. Black Label book, a bit of a slow burn, but if you're like me and you kind of like the sort of slow noir type of storytelling, you might really dig this one. Haven't read this one yet, so can't really say much on it. And then this one, I cracked it open, but I was so tired, I had to go to bed and I didn't finish it. So this is Batman the Second Night, Part 2, and Batman the First Night came out a couple years ago. This is the continuation of it. And this story is leading up to World War II, and Scarecrow is kind of taking advantage of the fear that people have about the upcoming war. So during that time period, people were going to the movies a lot, distracting themselves from the reality of war, and it's interesting to see how Scarecrow comes into Gotham and kind of takes advantage of the people's fear. So I'm excited to see where this issue goes. Really cool picture of Scarecrow on the back. And this is by Dan Jurgens and Mike Perkins. Definitely check these out. The first night you can get in a collected edition, and then this one is currently coming out. I think it's bi-monthly, but they do tend to delay these Black Label books sometimes, so very cool, even though it's probably just a way to keep Batman out of the public domain. Either way, good stuff. And don't forget to leave your questions, and I'll try my best to answer every single one. Thank you again, and have a good day.